Okay, everyone. Welcome for being here for this next video lesson, right, in geometry. Make sure you have paper and pencil out, ready to copy everything down in order for you to fully understand this lesson completely. Okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to identify the title of these notes, which is Special Right Triangles with an emphasis on 30, 60, and 90 triangles, right? 30, 60, 90 triangles. So if you notice here, it has a 90, so that means that these triangles are right triangles, all right? They have a 90-degree angle. Okay, first thing that we noticed, we're going to define 30, 60, 90 triangles, right? And they say it is a special right triangle, 90 degrees, right? Whose angles are 30, 60, and 90. Which add up to 180, right? It's a triangle. 30, 60, and 90. Now, if you noticed here, let me highlight my right angle, right? This is my right angle. And as you know, right? As you know, across from the right angle is the hypotenuse, right? So let us continue with our tradition here and let us highlight our hypotenuse in red. This is our hypotenuse. Our hypotenuse is our longest side, and it is in red, right? And our hypotenuse has a proportion of 2. It's multiples of 2, right? Next shortest degree is 90. This is 90. Our next lowest is 60, okay? This is 60 degrees here. Now, what I want you to see is across 60, this is what we call the long side. Now, we have a 30 and we have a 60. 60 is bigger than 30. So, across from 60 is radical 3. This is the long side, right? So let us call this the long side. So just like that. It is across from the 30. Okay? Across from the 60, excuse me. I don't want to get you all confused. Across from the 60. Okay? I have the 60. And there you go. Okay? Across from the 60. And actually, let me be more exact here. Right? So this is across from the 60. And on this one here, since we use this red, I'm going to use this right here for my 90. And across from the 90 is the hypotenuse. Across from the 60 is the long leg. And the long leg is always radical 3. That leaves us, kiddos, with our 30. Everybody see this 30 here? So across from 30, we have the short leg, right? Across from 30, we have the short leg. So this is the short leg, right? And that we come across from the 30. Just like that. Is the short leg. And the short leg is always multiple of 1. So if this is 1 and this is 2, this is double 1. This is 2 times 1. That means the hypotenuse is 2 times the short leg. So whatever the short leg times 2 will give you the hypotenuse, right? And the long leg, which is 60, will give me radical 3. Okay? Next, it says, use proportions to find missing sides. Excuse me. Okay? So we are going to use this special 30, 60, 90 triangle here to find our missing lengths. Okay? We're going to do that by identifying our sides. But first thing we do is we identify the name of the instructions, which says find the missing sides. Leave your answers as radicals in simplest form. All right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So we have our first triangle here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to identify my right angle. Right there, right? That means that across from my right angle is my hypotenuse. Okay? This is my hypotenuse. This is my red side. Okay? Next, I notice that I don't have a 60 here. I have this 30, but I need my 60. So I'm going to write 60 degrees right here. Okay? And then I remember let's see, 60 across from 60 was green. So I remember that across from 60, right, was my long side. And I'm going to highlight that in green, verde. Okay? Then finally, I use purple. And across from the 30 is the short side, which we highlight in purple. Right? Is the short side. So now what I'm going to do, everybody, is I'm going to find proportions. And I'm going to see what I have. Well, what I have is I have purple. Purple goes with purple. So I'm going to say, right, I'm going to say purple goes with purple. So I go 1 over 15. 1 over 15 is equal to, I'm going to use my hypotenuse, my red, 2 over x. Look at that. 2 over x. I multiply, right? I cross multiply. And I get x times 1 is x. 15 times 2 is 30. Look at that. Found my x. Right? Found my x. But now I need to find y. I need to find green. Look. Y. Okay? So let us once again use, okay, purple over purple. 1 over 15. Let me change colors here. So 1 over 15 is equal to, let's see, my y is green. So radical 3 over y. Green over green. Radical 3 over y. I'm going to cross multiply. 15 times radical 3. Y times 1. Y times 1 is y. 15 times radical 3 is 15 radical 3. And there we go. Look at that. I have found my x and I have found my y. Perfect. Found them both. Right? Found them both. And we use them using proportions. Using proportions, right? Identifying our sides and then using proportion. So once again here, let's go with a nice red color as our right angle there, right? Nice red color as our right angle, which means that across from our right angle is our hypotenuse, and we highlight our hypotenuse in red. So let us highlight our hypotenuse in red, just like that. Now, I have a 60 there, but I don't have a 30, so I'm going to put a 30, and that's not going to work. I'm going to put a 30 right there. 30 degrees. Right? So what did I use for 60 here? Let's see. 60 is green. So across from the 60 is green. So let us use green. This is the long side. Right? This is the long side. Finally, across from the 30 is we use purple. Okay? So we use purple across from the 30. That means that This is going to be purple. Now, kiddos, all we must do is find similarities, find proportions, and we find our stuff, right? So let's go here, green over green. Radical 3 over x. Radical 3 over x is equal to, let's see, well, I have red over red, 2 over 80. 2 over 80. Okay, we cross multiply. X times 2, 8 times radical 3 is 8 radical 3 is equal to 2 times x is 2x. Well, the opposite of multiplying by 2 is dividing by 2. And I get 8 divided by 2 is 4 radical 3. And I bring down my x, and that's my x right there. In case you're wondering, you're thinking, why didn't you divide radical 3 by 2? Because I did not, because this is a radical and this is a regular number. But this 8 is a regular number and this 2 is a regular number, so I could divide them to get 4 radical 3. All right, I found x. Let us find y now, kiddos. Right? Let us find y. So I'm going to say y purple over purple. So it's y over 1. Y over 1 is equal to, let's see, I have my red, right? Red over red, 80 over 2. 80 over 2. Cross multiply. 2 times y is 2y. 1 times 80 is 80. The opposite of multiplying by 2 is dividing by 2, and y is equal to 40. And that, kiddos, is our solution. Look at that. Look what I did. I bet you guys are wondering, Mister, why did you get 2 over 8? I made a mistake. 2 over 80, kiddos. That should be 2 over 80, not 2 over 8. It is red over red, 2 over 80. Gosh, my bad. And this whole time you're like, oh gosh, Mr. made a mistake. This is 80. So that means that this is 80 divided by 2 is 40 radical 3. There you go. X is 40 radical 3 and y is 40. And those are missing sides, right? And we found those using our proportion. Find similarity, set up a proportion, and you will find your solutions, right? And there you go. This is our special right triangles 30, 60, 90 video lesson. Make sure you rewind, pause to make sure you got everything down, right? Thanks for being here. See you next time.